Welcome to Tall Trainer Fitness Systems. We're standing outside my studio. I just want to give you a quick look to see what my studio looks like. Come on in. Over here we have my degree, which is a great thing to have on display. I do have a degree in exercise science. Over here we've got a couple articles on the wall that have been in the newspaper about the things that I've done and the people that I've helped. Over here is the coat rack. What we primarily do over here is we hang up coats. And so if you come in with a coat on, this is where you can hang it up. Now I do believe very much so in safety. So I do have a full first aid kit and an automated external defibrillator on hand at any time. So I want to make sure that the exercise happens safely. And I don't plan on using either one of these ever. Okay? But I do have them just in case because it's very important to me that everybody stays safe, happy, healthy. Now over here, down here, you'll notice a big stack of weights here. Now we use this for doing our resistance training exercises to really develop the muscles and to teach proper body mechanics and to make the proper muscles stronger, so for movement, for athletics, for whatever your goals are. So we're over here by my poster for the online meal planner. All of my clients get to use the online nutrition program and to help them lose weight, but more importantly to become healthier with their diet and to really learn what kind of mistakes they're making as they go through the day. Right over here you'll see my Schwinn Airdyne bike. And so my reason for having a Schwinn Airdyne bike instead of all the other options I could have for cardiovascular exercise stuff is, one, it doesn't take up a whole lot of space. It gets the arms and the legs moving, and a larger percent of the population can do bicycling stuff versus the elliptical or the treadmill. They still have a little bit of compressive qualities for the knees, a little more impact than an exercise bike. Now for people that don't want to do the exercise bike, we don't really have to. There's a whole lot of other stuff we can do to get the heart rate up and really get you great results. This is my only other piece of cardiovascular equipment, and it may not look like the cardiovascular equipment that you're used to, but one of my favorite ways of getting cardiovascular exercise is actually through boxing. If you've never done any boxing before, you should definitely give it a try because it definitely gets the body really pumped up. I don't suggest hitting people or having them hit you, but just the act of throwing punches and shifting and moving is great ab work, great for the heart, and really gets the whole body going all at the same time. Alright, over here you notice one of my many plants in my studio. Now, I don't really have a green thumb, so I'm struggling to keep them alive, but I have them in here because I want to make it a really healthy environment and make it kind of cozy and nice and really make it not so bleak of a place to exercise, kind of fun, kind of light, and very relaxing. Alright, way down here in the corner, the far back corner, are my exercise mats. Okay, I have about 10 of them, so I can use them with different people or all with the same person. Have people crawling across the ground, doing all sorts of different things, or just have a really, really ridiculously comfortable mat if you stack all 10 of them together. It's very nice. I haven't taken a nap on it yet, but maybe I will. Now over here is my t-shirt up on the wall, and basically if you survive the fitness boot camp, then you might have an opportunity to get one of these. And I wouldn't suggest hanging it on your wall, though. You can actually just wear it. Over here are my exercise benches. Now I do also have 10 of these, so I can work with up to 10 people doing different kinds of things. But they can also be used for agility drills, for different things like that, for box jumps, for all sorts of sports conditioning things, and for different individuals doing step-ups, squats, lunges, all sorts of presses. Basically, it's combined with the weights, I have a full weight room here inside this small studio. Very exciting. Alright, over here is kind of my unique apparatus corner. And so I have the exercise balls that everybody's seen. I have this big heavy bag thing that I make people lift and throw and do different things like that if they're so inclined. I have even more exercise balls down here. But I also have the agility ladder to work on agility and foot mechanics and basically quick feet and how fast you can move. I also have a BOSU, which is basically a half a ball. So it's a ball on one side, flat on the other side, and so there's lots of balance work that we can do with that, and a lot of other cool drills that are possible. So the unique exercise apparatus corner. Now I've got a little backlight here so you can't see me that well, but you can really see Matt really well. And so Matt is my little mini skeleton. Okay? I named him Matt after a young guy that used to clean the equipment at the health club I worked at. But basically I use Matt to describe some mechanics of the body, and if I need to really point out and explain something to somebody so they can get the most results and understand why we're doing a certain exercise. Over here is one of my big dog speakers here, okay? And so I have music that I play a lot of times, but if you bring your iPod in, we can just hook it up into the system, and so if you have a certain mix that you want to work out to, you can bring that in and we can work out along to that. I like all kinds of music. As long as there's no bad language, I'm okay with any kind of music you want to play. Now, one of my favorite tools for personal training is actually this guy over here. This is it's called the Block, and basically it's an adjustable dumbbell system where you can switch the weights around, and you can slide the little selector in, pull it out, and get different amounts of weight set up on the dumbbell and do all sorts of exercises. So it goes anywhere from 5 to 45 pounds, and a little bit I might even step up and go a little bit heavier, but for the most part, most people I train, 45 pounds is good enough. And even if you're really strong, a 45-pound chest fly is a pretty hard chest fly. One of the few doors in my studio, one goes to a storage closet, the other one goes to the bathroom. And well, I know a nice clean bathroom is important to me, so it might be important to you as well. So here's the bathroom in the studio. So you'll notice that there's a lot of nice stuff. There's a camera right there in the mirror, and there's a sink, a toilet, a nice inspirational poster, and even a scale in here. So down on the floor. So it's a pretty nice bathroom. A little rack for your clothes. So it's to me, I think it's at an acceptable level. So hopefully, if you need to use the bathroom, you can change in here and get ready for your workout, or you can change afterwards. I don't have a shower though, but you're welcome to change back into your clothes and go on with your day as well. So there's a bathroom available. All right, this over here is gonna be a little bit tougher for you to see, but right here on the window here, it says has a number there. And so that's kind of odd, there's a number right on the windowsill, but basically that number is the number of pounds that I've helped people lose since I've started my business. And so it's only been, about a year and a half, and I don't really work with lots of people all the time, so we're pushing, getting towards that 500-pound mark. I'm looking forward to crossing that barrier, and then we'll work on the 1,000-pound barrier. So lots of great weight losses happening, and I would love for you to be one of them. Over here is one of my favorite places in the studio. It's the comfy couch zone. So if you notice, I got a couple places for you to be able to sit, and this is where we do our the initial consultation and talk through some different things. Sometimes we'll start off a session here to talk through and see how you're doing nutrition wise, see how everything is going, and to make sure everything's going all right. And if we're doing like a group session or something, there's a place where you can wait and talk to other people in the group before we start, or even hang out a little bit afterwards. So nice comfortable couches. Good place to sit. Sometimes we use them for exercise too. Alright, I'm a bit of a freak when it comes to the place being clean, so I always try to make sure I disinfect everything as often as possible. So I use, most often, the Lysol disinfecting wipes right here, okay? And so they're always handy, so if you ever want to grab one and wipe off something or wipe yourself off, they'll be right up and easily accessible. So keep the place nice and clean, because I know that's really important. I don't want people getting, I don't want them sharing too much of themselves. So no germs, no grossness, none of that. Out here is another place that I use in my studio. I call this part of my studio because, well, it's a place that I exercise with people. And so this is outside in the parking lot. And so we can do lots of different exercises here, and I like to keep people outside as much as possible, as long as they like the outdoors. It's just good for your body and good for your health to be outside and get a little bit of sun on you and get the fresh air of the outdoors. Alright, well, that's pretty much the studio. What we do in here is a whole nother story though, so please stop by, download the ebook, do what you need to do, and give me a call, and we can meet up here and go through the first session and start up some training. So hope to talk with you soon, and if you have any other questions, just contact me through the website, www.talltrainer.com.